The Ungrateful Man. Long, long ago, there was a poor Brahmin. He could not find enough work to do. Sometimes he and his family had to go without food. At last, the Brahmin decided to leave his village in search of work. Early next morning, before his wife and children woke up, he left the house. He did not know where to go or what to do. He just walked away. He walked the whole day until he came to a thick jungle. He was tired, thirsty, and hungry. While looking around for water to drink, he found a well. He went to the well and looked in. There he saw a tiger, a monkey, a snake, and a man. They had all fallen into the well. "O noble Brahmin," the tiger called out to him, "please help me out so that I can go back to my family." "You are a tiger," said the Brahmin. "I am afraid of you. How can I pull you out of this well? How do I know you will not kill me?" "Don't be afraid of me, my dear man," replied the tiger. "I promise I will not do you any harm. Please take pity on me and save my life." "I suppose I might as well save him," thought the Brahmin. "It is always good to be kind to others." The Brahmin reached into the well and pulled out the tiger. The tiger thanked him and said, "Do you see those mountains over there? I live there in a cave. I shall be happy if you visit me someday. Perhaps I could repay my debt to you." The Brahmin then heard the monkey calling out to him from the well, "Holy sir, won't you pull me out too?" The Brahmin at once pulled the monkey out. The monkey thanked the Brahmin. "If you are ever in need of food, please call me on. I can give you as much fruit as you want. My house is over there, just below that big mountain." The snake called out to him. "Please help me to help you," exclaimed the Brahmin. "You are a snake. What if you bite me?" "I shall never bite you," said the snake. "You need not be afraid of me at all. Please save me." So the Brahmin pulled out the snake of the well. "If you are ever in any difficulty," said the snake, "just call me. Wherever you are, I shall come to help you." The tiger, the monkey, and the snake took leave of the Brahmin. But before they left, they spoke to him about the man in the well. "Please do not help him," said one. "If you do," said another, "you will be in trouble yourself." As soon as they left, the man in the well began to call out. He begged the Brahmin to save him too. The Brahmin felt sorry for the man and pulled him out too. "Thank you for your kindness," said the man. "I am a poor goldsmith. I live in the city near here. If you ever need my help, please come to me." The man went his way. After some time, the Brahmin continued his journey. It happened luck was against him. He could find no work. In the end, he thought it would be better to kill himself. He made up his mind to jump into the river and drown. Then he remembered the tiger, the monkey, the snake, and the man. He thought he would give them a chance to help him. He went first to the monkey. The monkey was happy to see him. He gave him a warm welcome and offered him many kinds of fruits. There were mangoes, pineapples, grapes, and pomegranates. "You are always welcome here," said the monkey when the Brahmin told him how grateful he was. Now, the Brahmin wanted to see how the tiger would treat him. The monkey showed him the way to the tiger's home. As soon as the tiger saw the Brahmins coming, he ran out to welcome him. He had not forgotten the man who saved his life. The tiger gave the Brahmin a gold necklace and other ornaments. The Brahmin thanked the tiger for his gift and went on his way. His journey had at last brought him luck. He thought he would be able to sell the ornaments for a good price. Then he could return home. How happy his wife would be with the money he would get. They could live happily, but who could help him to sell the ornaments? He remembered the goldsmith. Who would he help? He went to him. The goldsmith was glad to see the Brahmin. "What brings you here?" he asked. "I have come to ask for your help," replied the Brahmin. "Here are some ornaments. Please help me to sell them." The goldsmith took the ornaments and looked at them carefully. "I shall certainly help you," he said, "but let me show them to another goldsmith. Kindly wait here. I shall be back soon." The goldsmith called his wife and asked her to look after the Brahmin. The goldsmith then went out and ran straight to the palace. "Your Majesty," he said, showing the ornaments, a man brought these to me and asked me to sell them. They are the ornaments I made for the prince who is missing. So I told this man to wait in my house and ran here at once, Your Majesty, to show them to you." "Who is this man? Where is he?" roared the king. "This fellow must have killed my son and taken his ornaments." "He is a Brahmin," answered the goldsmith, "and he is there in my house." The king shouted for his soldiers and they came running at him. "Arrest the Brahmin who is in the goldsmith house," ordered the king, "and throw him into prison. Tomorrow we shall decide what to do with him." The king's men seized the Brahmin and put him in jail. The Brahmin could not understand what was happening. "Why have I been put in prison?" he asked the guard. "Because you killed the young prince and stole his ornaments," replied the guard. "You will certainly be put to death for this great crime." The Brahmin was aghast. But what could he do? There was no one to help him. Then he remembered the words of the snake he had pulled out of the well. So he called out to the snake. Soon the snake was by his side. "What can I do for you?" the snake asked. "Oh, please help me," cried the Brahmin. "I have been thrown into prison and I am going to be killed for something I have not done." The Brahmin then told the snake what had happened. The snake thought for a while. "I have a plan," said the snake. "I know how to save you." "Tell me," cried the Brahmin. "I shall creep into the queen's room and bite her," said the snake. "She will faint. No matter what they do, she will stay unconscious." "What will happen?" asked the Brahmin. "The poison will remain in her body until you place your hand on her forehead," explained the snake. He left the Brahmin and went to the palace. He crept into the queen's room and beat her. The queen fainted. The sad news that the queen had been bitten by a snake spread all over the land. Doctors came from far and near. However, their medicines were of no use. No one could revive the queen. Finally, the king declared that anyone who could cure her would be given a handsome reward. He sent his men to every town and village in the country. They walked through the streets beating drums and telling the people about the king's reward. Many people went to the palace and tried to cure the queen, but all of them failed. "I can cure the queen," the Brahmin said to the guards. At once they took him to the palace and the king took him to the queen. There she lay in bed, looking more dead than alive. The snake's poison had turned her blue. The Brahmin walked up to the queen and placed his hand on her forehead. Soon she opened her eyes and sat up. The poison had left her. There was joy throughout the land. The king was happy. He was grateful to the Brahmin. "Your Majesty," said the Brahmin, "I was sent to prison for a crime I did not commit." "What do you mean?" cried the king. The Brahmin told the king the whole story, all that had happened from the day he left home until he was thrown into prison. The king was angry when he heard what the goldsmith had done. He at once had the goldsmith arrested. The king was sorry the Brahmin had been put into prison for something he had not done. He therefore presented him with a large house and 1,000 pieces of gold. The Brahmin sent for his wife and children, and they all lived happily.